Hey ladies, so I wanted to quickly talk with you about something that you may be experiencing that I experienced, but that hopefully after this little chat you can feel a little bit more confident about and it won't really affect you or make you struggle as much. So it's about the input that you get. And so I am very selective about the input that I get into my life, what I listen to, the social media accounts I follow, all of that stuff, podcasts. And that's because I noticed that even if something is really great, even if it's a really great person that I'm following or a really great podcast or article or whatever it may be, if it doesn't resonate in the right way with me, it actually could make me feel less secure and confident. And I'll notice that especially through Instagram, where I can be following someone who's really awesome, but when I start paying too much attention to what they're doing, I begin to compare myself to them. And so I wanted to just say, if you're starting to feel that way, if you're starting to criticize the way that you look, you're criticizing, your own Instagram or your social media accounts, you're saying, I'm not as good as I should be, or I should be in this, other level and I'm not there yet, look at that person, or, you're criticizing your personal looks, something like that. It could be that you're receiving too much input. And I noticed that when I am receiving too much input, I experience that same exact thing. So pretty much what I do is I cater my input to what I need in the moment. So if I am looking to, learn a little bit more about nutrition, or I am looking to be inspired by some photos or something like that, I go to those people and those accounts that I know will do that for me, or the podcasts or the blogs that I know will do it for me. And at times where I'm feeling like, I'm already not feeling at the greatest, I'm not gonna do that. I just will not pay attention to anything. I'll just completely disconnect. And it's hard to do in the beginning because you begin to feel like, oh, I'm missing out, oh, I need to improve. You start kind of being really thirsty. And when you're doing that, it actually is worse. You end up creating worse content. You end up feeling worse about yourself. And so what I recommend is during those times to just completely disconnect from those things and don't even worry about what everyone else is doing. Don't even worry about what else is going on out there, and take time to refocus and get realigned with what it is that you're supposed to be doing, what it is that you love, building up your own confidence, and then get back out there and begin sharing or looking at things. But actually the majority of the time, I am not looking at other people's content. I am not observing what other people are doing. And some, that might be a little offensive to some, because if you follow them, they expect that you're gonna watch their stories or that you're gonna listen to their stuff. And I have just realized that for me, that doesn't work. I would say about 80% of the time, I am completely disconnected from social media. I don't watch television. I have Netflix, and so every now and then I'll turn on Netflix, but the majority of the time, I am not engaged in media. Most of the time, I am in my own world trying to absorb vitamin D and get good vitamin D. I'm journaling and writing down ideas. I'm very much in my head. I'm listening to good music. That is actually where I spend most of my time. And when I do that, I notice that I just am immediately more fulfilled and I have more to give. I'm more inspired. And so when I'm actually feeling topped off is when I get on social media and I start liking posts and I start commenting, and I'll try and post photos for myself. But if I'm not feeling that way, or I don't feel like I'm in a position to truly give and not just be affected by what I'm seeing, then I am not on there. So I would just hope that maybe that would encourage you to do something similar, or to find a way that helps you to feel most fulfilled and makes you feel most confident before you get back out there, before you start creating content, before you start taking photos. And don't be afraid of missing out. You're not missing out. You're never missing out. Don't let that idea get into your head and make you thirsty and make you start just wanting to get out there and start absorbing things and putting out stuff that you don't feel completely proud of. But also give yourself lots of grace that if you do, you can keep going and you can start over. You don't need to be perfect. And I find myself in that position all the time where I'm like, you know what, I think I was creating, I think I was taking photos, I think I was serving in a mentality that was not completely whole and in line with who I want to be and who it is that, I believe that I truly am. And I just have to give myself lots of grace to say, okay, get back centered, get back realigned, and do it again and keep going out there. And it's okay that I'm not perfect. It's a learning process, and it's the same thing for you. It's a learning process, and you'll get there, and you should just be confident and relax and just recognize that it's your journey and to embrace your journey. So I hope that's helpful to you, and I'm so thankful for you watching. If you like this video, let me know. I'd love to hear more about your journey, what you're doing, where you are right now, and You can also come and follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Angelica Malone, and that's Angelica with a J. All right.